Speak Smart.
Mastering communication in the digital world.
Our objectives for today is to understand the principles of effective communication.
Learn techniques to improve online verbal and nonverbal communication.
Practice etiquette in professional emails, chats, and video meetings.
And engage in interactive scenarios and reflection activities.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Welcome to our online training seminar titled Speak Smart, Mastering Communication in Digital Era. I'm Verna, and I'll be the host for today. Excited na ba kayo? Kung excited na kayo, paki-comment naman dyan yung mga reactions nyo to know kung anong nafe-feel nyo today. Ayan. Thank you, and I love the comment and the energy. Thank you for being here today and giving time to learn something super useful.
And hello everyone, I am Donna and I'll be joining Verna as your co-host. Today's session will help you become a better communicator, whether that's on Zoom, Messenger, sa email, o kahit face-to-face. Because let's be honest, communication is life. Tama ba? So make sure na attentive kayo, active sa chat, and ready to participate sa mga activities. We prepared something fun, informative, and interactive just for you.
All right, let's start it. Don't forget your comments, thoughts, questions, or reaction in the chat anytime. Let's start learning and have fun today. Before we proceed, we prepare some icebreaker para naman medyo ganahan tayo for today. So, madali lang naman to. Ang mechanics natin is to determine nyo lang kung anong icon itong ipa-flash namin sa screen. All you have to do is to answer dun sa chat box. Ang choices nyo lang naman is A, B, or C. Ready? Kung ready na, pa-thumbs up naman. Okay, let's start. Quiz number 1. In this icon, ano po nga bang icon ito? Pa-comment naman dyan sa chat box. Ayan. So, tama. This icon is Zoom. Next. How about this one? So, tingin nyo, ano kaya to? Is it mobile phone, mails, or telephone? Ayan. Alam mo, Miss Jonah, very active na mga participant natin today. Lahat sila very good. Tama yung mga sagot nila. It's mobile phone. Next slide. Is it calls, postmail, or email? Ayan, napa-flood na tayo sa ating chat box. At tama pa rin ang sagot nila. Very informative sila. That's email.
Okay, to kick off our first session, we'll be talking about the basics of communication. Something super important sa araw-araw nating buhay, lalo na sa online setup. And to lead us in this session, we are honored to introduce someone who really walks the talk pagdating sa malinaw at makabuluhang komunikasyon. Our speaker is a journalist and media practitioner with multiple recognitions under his belt. He is known for producing sharp, insightful news stories in the field of digital journalism. Currently, he's making waves at Communicore Media Group, where he was recently awarded as Outstanding Young Communicator of the Year. Let's all give our virtual applause to our Session 1 speaker, Mr. John Carlo Obias.
Hi, so yeah, good day to each and everyone. And I am so honored to be part of this seminar wherein I can contribute about my knowledge about the communication that we are talking about right now. So yeah, first we have the topic that is, the topic that we are going to talk about is the basics of communication. All right. So yeah, let's begin with the definition of communication. Communication at its core is the process of conveying information, ideas, or feelings between two or more individuals. It involves a sender, a receiver, and a message, and can be expressed through various channels like verbal, nonverbal, written, or visual methods. Effective communication relies on clarity, active listening, and feedback to ensure understanding. And of course, with the communication, we have several key elements of communication that can affect our understanding or our process with the communication. Of course, we have the sender. Sender, it is the individual initiating the communication, just like what we are doing right now. I am the sender because I initiate or I provide information or ideas with you guys. And you are the receiver because you receive or you process the message that I am conveying right now. Next, we have the message. This is the information or idea or feeling being conveyed. Just like what we are talking about right now, we are talking about the communication, and this is the message that I want you to know. This is the message that I would like you to convey. And of course, we also have the encoding. The encoding is the process of converting the message into a communicable form. Example, we have the words and we also have the symbols. Like for today, we have several symbols or images that we can see in our PowerPoint presentation. Of course, we have to encode for us to be able to understand what is the purpose of our communication. Next, we also have the channel. We have the channel because this is the medium through which the message is transmitted. We have speaking, writing, or email. And also, we have the receiver, just like what I mentioned earlier. You guys are the receiver because you are the individuals receiving and interrupting the message or interpreting the message coming from the sender, which is me. And also, we have the decoding. This is the process of interpreting the received message. Of course, in this communication, or just like here in our seminar, you just don't listen on what I am saying. You also analyze and understand what is the purpose of this seminar or what is the purpose of communication. And also we have the feedback, and this is the response coming from you guys. With this, I will be able to know if you guys understand what are the topics that we discussed. With this, we will be able to understand, or we will be it indicates if the receiver understand the message of the sender. And lastly, we have the noise. This is the any interference that can disrupt the communication process. Ito yung kahit anong makakasagabal sa communication na ginagawa natin. And after that, again, the key elements of communication, we have the sender, message, encoding channel, receiving, decoding, feedback, and noise. And also next, we have the types of communication. We have the verbal communication. Just like what I am doing right now, we have to use spoken words to convey the message, ideas, or information. Also, we have a non-verbal communication. These are the communication wherein we have to use body language, facial expressions, and other cues to communicate. For example, sa mga napapanood natin sa news, of course, hindi naman meron tayong mga kapwa-tao na merong mga disabilities katulad ng walang pandinig. Because of this verbal communication with the body language and sa tulong ng facial expression, yung mga kagaya nating tao na kinulang sa mga may mga disabilities, they will be able to understand. They will able to analyze what is the communication about because of this nonverbal communication. We also have the written communication. This is from the word itself. We use written words to convey a message. And also we have the visual communication using images, charts, or other visual aids to convey a message. Of course, may mga tao kasing hindi nila lubusang naiintindihan yung mga napapakinggan or nababasa nila kung hindi nila nakikita yung mga pictures. Mas lumalawak yung pag-analyze, mas lumalawak yung imagination nila with the help of visual. And also, lastly, we have the active listening, paying close attention to the speaker, understanding their message, and providing feedback. Like what I've mentioned, hindi lang basta tayo makikinig. We also need to understand. And also, we have to provide feedback para malaman ng sender natin kung may natutunan ba tayo sa message na nanggaling sa kanya. Again, the types of communication that we have the verbal, non-verbal, written, visual, and active listening. And lastly, we have the importance of communication. Of course, that communication has is important. It's not just para makapag-usap tayo, hindi lang doon. Because of the communication, we will able to build relationship. Relationship building, it is effective communication is crucial for building and maintaining relationships with others. Just for example, inside the workplace, we have the communication or we need the communication for us to understand yung employee and yung company maintindihan nila yung side ng bawat isa't isa para because of communication. And also we have the information exchange. Of course, hindi lang naman nanggagaling yung information sa iisang tao. Nanggagaling information both sides para magkaroon tayo ng open idea para sa lahat. Para hindi tayo maging bias sa information na pinakikinggan natin. And it also allows sharing of information and ideas, facilitating collaboration and understanding. We also have the problem solving, wherein communication helps in identifying problems, brainstorming solutions, and reaching agreements. With the communication, we will be able to resolve problems because napag-uusapan natin yung problema, napag-uusapan natin yung solution. And with that, we will be able to resolve problems ng iba't ibang aspect sa ating life. And lastly, we have the conflict resolution. Effective communication can help resolve conflicts and misunderstandings. With the help of communication, mas napapadali yung pag-uusap natin, mas napapadali ma-resolve yung mga issues na tinatalakay natin, mas napapadaling solusyonan yung mga problemang kinakaharap natin. And again, those are the importance of communication, relationship building, information exchange, problem solving, and conflict resolution. Important ang communication hindi lamang para makapag-usap, kundi para makapagbigay ng iba't ibang idea, hindi lamang sa'yo, kundi para din sa ibang tao. Again, I am John Carlo Obias and thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Carlo Obias, for that wonderful and very knowledgeable speech. Now, let's move on to our next session, online etiquette. We also call the netiquette. Now more than ever, we live and work in digital spaces. Kaya mahalaga malaman kung paano maging respectful, responsible, at professional kahit nasa Zoom lang tayo or group chat. Our next speaker is someone na talagang may puso sa digital communication and team collaboration. She currently works as a virtual workplace coach at the global consulting firm NetCore Solutions, where she led several successful trainings on digital professionalism and even received the 2024 Excellence in Virtual Engagement Award. Let's all welcome our speaker for session 2, the one and only Miss Irish Sabalye.
Okay, good day everyone. I'm Irish Sabalye, your virtual workplace coach. Today I'll be talking about something super relevant, which is online etiquette or netiquette. So, alam naman natin na halos lahat ngayon ay online na, group projects, even job interviews, kaya sobrang halaga na marunong tayong umusta ng maayos kahit nasa harap tayo ng screen. So, for today's session, ang objective natin is maintindihan kung ano nga ba yung etiquette and why is it important. Malaman natin kung ano yung mga do's and don'ts even when joining online meetings. And of course, especially, ma-apply natin yon sa ating workplace. So, next is, ano nga ba yung online etiquette? It's simply the set of rules that guide how we behave online, para siyang version ng good manners pero digital. So kung sa personal na setup, marunong tayong magsabi ng excuse me or opo, dapat sa online is ganun din. So we still talk to real people, kaya hindi physical yung interactions. Respect pa rin dapat natin, kailangan nating i-practice. So next is, bakit nga ba siya mahalaga? Una, it's because communication, respectful, and clear. So, hindi nagkakagulo sa usapan. Pangalawa, nakakatulong siya para maging smooth yung flow ng meeting, like walang istorbo, walang delay. And pangatlo, naiiwasan natin yung misunderstanding because dahil sa online etiquette, nagiging careful tayo sa mga words natin. And ang pinaka-importante, it builds trust and professionalism. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng magandang impression sa'yo kahit virtual lang. So next is the online etiquette do's and don'ts. So here are some simple but powerful do's na dapat i-practice. First is be on time. So, kapag alam natin sa sarili natin na dapat be on time tayo lagi, is nagsishow siya na nare-respeto natin yung hindi lang oras natin, kung hindi yung oras na rin ng iba. Next is, of course, mute your mic. Why? It's important para makaiwas tayo na ma-distract natin yung speaker and makaiwas tayo sa mga background noise. Next is, use your real name and photo if required. So, itong mga ganito ay mahalaga siya pagdating sa mga pag-attend natin ng job interviews. So, kasi nagpapakita siya ng professionalism natin. And next is dress properly. So, kahit na mag-attend ka ng online meeting and nasa bahay ka lang, mahalaga pa rin na maging disiplinado and mag-show ng respect through your appearance. Next is pay attention. So, huwag mag-multitask habang may meeting. So, ibig sabihin nito, kapag nasa meeting ka, you have to focus alone doon sa meeting and hindi ka gagawa ng iba so that you are prepared kapag ka merong bigla ang tanong or bigla ang gagawin. So, next is the online etiquettes don't. So, here are the don'ts. First is don't interrupt. So, always wait for your turn. Hindi naman maganda na kapag may nagsasalita is sasabay ka lang bigla. Next is don't multitask. Gaya nga nung nabanggit ko kanina, dapat nakapokus ka lang sa kung ano man yung ginagawa nyo sa online spaces. Next is don't use all caps in chat because it sounds like you are shouting. So you always have to be formal. Next is don't eat or lie down on camera. It's very unprofessional. Next is don't forget to check your background. So kapag ma-attend tayo ng online meeting, mahalaga na prepare tayo lagi. So makikita mo yon kung maayos ba yung background yung place ng camera mo o yung background mo. So we always have to be mindful pagdating sa mga ganung bagay. Next is the chat box etiquette. So hindi lang siya sa online like video call, even in the chat, meron ding etiquette. So, first is be polite. So, it's a common sense to be polite every time na nasa online spaces tayo para hindi tayo ma-misunderstood. Next is use good morning say thank you. So, mahalaga na kapag we are planning to message someone, it's important na umpisahan natin lagi sa greetings so that mararamdaman niya na you are being considerate. Next is keep your message short and clear. So you have to be direct. Next is avoid spamming or sending off topic emojis. So syempre, lalo na sa mga trabaho or sa mga workplace, mahalaga na maging formal and maiwasan natin yung pagiging jejemon and ilugar natin yun sa ibang bagay. So next is we're going to have a quick activity which is called chat quiz. So ang gagawin natin dito, I will be going to show you different kind of situations and you're going to tell me if it's proper or improper. So ang gagawin nyo lang, since hindi nyo na kailangan mag-raise ng hands, needs nyo lang mag-comment sa comment section. So first is eating chips while your camera is on. So, is it proper or improper? You only have 5 seconds to comment your answers. Yes, so eating chips on cam is not proper because gaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina, dapat nakafocus ka lang and hindi ka nagmo-multitask kapag nag-a-attend ka ng meeting or interviews. So next is raising hand before speaking. Is it proper or improper? Okay, raising your hand before speaking is obviously a proper because gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, huwag tayong mag-interrupt. So, kung gusto natin magsalita, especially sa mga Google Meet like this, you have to raise your hand first before you talk. Next is typing in all caps during the Q&A. Is it proper or improper? So, typing in all caps during the Q&A is obviously not proper because gaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, it sounds like you're shouting. So, kailangan nating maging formal palagi. Next is saying thank you to the speaker after the talk. Is it proper or improper? Yes, it's proper. So, mahalaga na mag-thank you tayo after we speak or even before we talk. So next is for the summary. To summarize this, online etiquette is just all about respect to yourself and others, responsibility for how you behave online, awareness of how your actions affect everyone. So be present, be respectful, and communicate with kindness even behind the screen. So thank you for listening. Sana po maging habit natin ang good online behavior dahil ang respect at pagiging professional, online man or hindi, is makakatulong siya sa atin panghabang buhay.
Thank you, Ms. Irish Sabalia. Now, for our final session, we'll talk about something powerful but silent, nonverbal communication. Kahit naka-zoom tayo, our posture, facial expressions, and gestures still say a lot. Our speaker is a public relations officer at Prime Connect Communications, known for her expertise in image building and media presence. She was also recognized as Outstanding Young PR Specialist of the Year. Let's all welcome Ms. Erica May Jimenez.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for that warm welcome, host. And I am happy to be part of this seminar. And I am also excited to share something that could help you to improve your communication skills. And alam ko naman ang goal nyo. Kaya alam ko rin kung bakit kayo nandito. And before I start, how are you feeling so far? So, gising pa ba kayo? Please heart react naman dyan if ready na kayong makinig sa ating next topic. Ayan. So, kita ko naman na ready pa kayo makinig para sa ating next topic. So, let's start. Ayan. Are you familiar about nonverbal cues? Is anyone familiar about nonverbal cues? Please type naman sa ating chat box if yes and no if hindi pa. Ayan, nakakatuwa naman. At marami ang familiar na about nonverbal cues. But ngayon ay dadagdagan natin ang inyong kaalaman about it. So, next. Ayan, nonverbal cues. These are the communication signals that don't involve spoken words. So, meaning, hindi ginagamitan ng salita. They encompass a wide range of behaviors and appearances that convey meanings such as facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, and even personal space. So next. Ayan. Who are the users of nonverbal cues? Sa tingin nyo kaya, sino o sino-sino ang gumagamit ng nonverbal cues? Can anyone raise their hand and try to answer the question? Yan. Tama. Yan, tama. Tama ang mga sagot nyo. And of course, hindi lang sila. Kundi, next slide po tayo. Everyone. Yes po, everyone. Everyone uses non-verbal cues in communication. And sino-sino nga ba yung everyone na yan? Ito ay ang kahit bata man o matanda, may kapansanan man sa pandinig o pagsasalita, mga leaders, individuals, teachers and students, people in the workplace, at kahit iba-iba man ang kultura, lahat ay gumagamit ng nonverbal cues. Alam nyo ba na pag gumagamit kayo ng icons na heart-like, yung mga ginagamit nyo ngayon, ay tinatawag na rin yung part ng nonverbal cues. So next po tayo. Ayan, what are the types of nonverbal cues? Ayan, these types of nonverbal cues are the signals, and this may be the ways on how will you deliver or receive the message. Minsan nga, hindi na natin nakokontrol kapag nadadala na tayo sa usapan o kaya nakikinig ng opinion. Ayan. So first, ayan, meron tayong facial expression. I know naman na familiar na kayo here. So, ito yung like when you feel happy, di ba? Naglalabas tayo ng facial expression na nakasmile. If galit, frowning face. O kaya naman nagtataas ng kilay, di ba? At marami pang iba. Pagdating naman sa eye contact, dyan malalaman if interested ba yung nagsasalita o kahit na yung nakikinig sa'yo, kung nababaling na ba yung attention sa ibang bagay. Kaya make sure, when communicating, make a good eye contact. Next is body language. Dito, ma-observe mo, no, kung hindi lang sa iba, kundi pwede rin sa sarili mo mismo. Kung yung posture mo ba masyadong magaslaw o malamya. So here, body movements can communicate confidence or on how you express your body language. Next is personal space. It is the amount of space maintained between individuals can signal the nature of the relationship. Ito yung kung gaano ba kalayo o kalapit yung kausap mo na nag-show ng nature of relationship between the speaker and the receiver. Next naman is touch. O, sa mas kilala nating physical touch. Ito yung pakikipag-handshake, pagpapat sa likod, kanyan. Ito yung way natin na communicate ng affection o kaya ng comfort. And last is appearance. Ito yung kung paano mo ipresenta yung sarili mo sa ibang tao. Pagdating sa grooming or clothing, o yung kung appearance mo talaga, this communicates social status, personality, or cultural background. So, next slide po. Yan. Why nonverbal cues are important? Because it clarifies the verbal messages. This shows on expressing emotions, mas nagiging bolder and open ka sa tao to build rapport o bumuo ng ugnayan. So kapag may ugnayan, di ba, para magkaroon ng relationship between the speaker and receiver, at dito na pumapasok si detecting deception. O kung saan nalalaman mo na kung nagsisinungaling ba siya o hindi. Dito mas mag-observe ka at mas mag-iingat ka sa mga sasabihin mo. And next is to know cultural differences. Ayan. So, dito, kapag nakikipag-usap na tayo sa ibang lahi o tinatawag nating foreigners, minsan kasi, when we do non-verbal cues sa kanila, maybe iba yung dating sa kanila. Tulad na lang sa South Korea, di ba? Ang mga lalaki, sobrang respectful nila sa mga babae. Hindi nila basta-bastang pwedeng makipag-handshake o kaya makipag-hug kahit pa friends nila yon or kakakilala lang nila. Ayan. And last is, kapag meron ka na yan, congrats kasi pwede ka na mag-enhance presentation. Dahil alam mo na yung wide range about nonverbal cues, mas confident ka na to present yourself. Ready ka na kahit gumawa ka na ng mga presentations at alam mo na kung paano maging sensitive sa tao. Nakakausapin mo. So next. Ayan, let's practice some of the nonverbal cues. So, our participants, can you open your camera, please? Dito, sa part na to, kailangan nyo lang i-show kung ano ba yung pwede nyong gawing reaction. So, lahat po, please paki-open po ng camera sa participants po natin. Ayan. So, if agree ka sa kausap mo, ano kaya ang pwedeng gesture, no? Or hand gesture na pwede mong ipakita? Ayan, tama. Ang pagkakaroon ng gesture na thumbs up. Ayan, tama. Kung facial expression kaya, kung agree ka sa taong kausap mo, ano kayang pwedeng ipakita natin? Tama, nakasmile. And last, body language. Kung ulo lang yung gagalawin mo, sa body language, since ulo lang din naman nakikita ko ngayon, ano kaya ang pwede nating ipakita? Kung agree tayo. Tama. Pwede natin gamitin ang pagtango or nod in English. So through this, nagkakaroon na ng action and reaction. Kaya meron ng communication. Ayan. Thank you participants sa pagpo-participate sa ating practice. Pwede nyo na pong i-off ang inyong camera. Ayan, na-appreciate ko kayong lahat. And thank you rin sa pagpo-participate sa aking topic. Mag-iiwan ako sa inyo ng last slide na po. A quote to remember. The most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said by Peter F. Drucker. Ayun lang. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Jimenez, for your wonderful and informative discussion. And hello, everyone. I am Vienna. I am one of the moderators for this event. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, I am not, or it's not possible for me to turn on my camera. And nandito ako ngayon para itest kung gaano ba kayo ka-attentive throughout the discussion. Gagawa tayo ng mini roleplay about email etiquette gone wrong. So, ganito yung mangyayari. Si Speaker 1 magsasend ng emails kay Speaker 2. Pero warning lang ha, it's a bad email. Watch and observe kung anong mali. Oops! So, in this message, it is very unclear, walang context, super casual, and honestly, it sounds a bit demanding. Hindi dapat ganito sa professional communication. Now, it's your turn to rewrite that email in the chat using a better tone and format. Now, let's see your versions.
Great job, everyone, professional. Now we open the floor for Q&A. If you have any question for our speaker, feel free to drop them in the chat or use the raise hand feature. We'll answer 2 to 3 questions.
Ayan, so anyone from our participant, baka meron kayong gustong itanong, input na lang dyan sa ating chat box. Okay, kung meron kayong questions, pwede naman yung sagutin ng ating mga moderators later. Dami natin natutunan today, no? From the basics of communication, etiquette, hanggang sa non-verbal cues. Lahat yan ay nagpapakita kung gaano kahalaga ang pagiging malinaw, magalang, at maingat sa pakikipag-usap.
Tama! Communication isn't just about speaking. It's also about listening, observing, and adjusting to your audience. Kahit online, body language and tone still matter.
And remember, kahit pa message lang or email, we always have the chance to communicate with clarity and respect. Kahit simpleng thank you or greeting, malaki ng impact nun.
Kaya sa lahat ng participants and to our awesome speakers, thank you for being here with us. Today, we hope na after this session, you feel more confident and mindful when you communicate online man yan o face-to-face.
Ayan, as I can see, moderators, meron yata tayong question. Ready na po ba tayong sumagot?
So, hello again. So, it seems the first question is from Miss Factis. Hello, good day. As we tackle the good communication skills and manners for today, may we know how can you handle a person that has a bad temper? So, my answer for that question is try to understand more the person you are talking to. Kasi lahat naman tayo merong buhay labas sa pinapasok natin. When it comes to work, meron kang buhay aside from it, katulad sa pamilya mo or sa sa personal life mo. And maraming factor na nakakaapekto bakit bad temper ang isang tao. Kindness is free, so we can show it to anyone. Instead of sasabayan natin yung pagiging bad temper nila, try to understand more kung saan sila nanggagaling at kung bakit ganun yung response nila sa mga actions na nangyayari.
May next question pa? Siguro last question.
The next question that I saw is, can you show us the proper one when it comes to emailing someone in order for us to be more proper and aware? Do you have any email that you prepared, host?
Siguro for that, we can share naman the answer for that question. Siguro after na lang nitong meeting natin kasi medyo kinakapos na tayo sa oras. Okay lang po ba? Ayan. So before we end, we'd like to give big thank you to our amazing guest speakers for taking time to be with us and for sharing such insightful thoughts. As a sign of our appreciation, we are honored to present you with an e-certificate to recognize the inspiration and knowledge you've shared today. We hope this won't be the last time to get to learn from you.
This certification of appreciation is hereby awarded to John Carlo Obias for sharing their expertise as a guest speaker during the Speak Smart Mastering Communication in the Digital Era online training and seminar held on June 27, 2025 via Zoom. Your valuable insights and presence made this event truly meaningful.
Ayan. Then the next certificate, this certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Irish at Savaya for sharing their expertise as a guest speaker during the Speak Smart Massing Communication in the Digital Era online training and seminar held on July 27, 2025 via Zoom. Your valuable insight and presence made this event truly meaningful.
Also, this certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Eric Camay Jimenez for sharing their expertise as a guest speaker during the Speak Smart Mastering Communication in the Digital Era online training and seminar held on June 27, 2025 via Zoom. Your valuable insights and presence made this event truly meaningful.
And before we end, we've prepared a Google form na ilalagay po ng ating tech support team sa chat box. This Google form will serve as your quiz and as attendance and participation for this seminar.
Okay, this has been Speak Smart, Mastering Communication in the Digital Era. Thank you and see you again next training. Keep learning, keep growing, and always speak smart. Thank you all.